I'm so tired. Is there a way to...
What?
No, can I...
You should add a comment and pin the comment.
How?
I think that's what Gabby said.
I just add a comment?
Yeah, and then when you hold it down,
Mm-hmm.
Hi Morgan, you can pin it, I think. Pin it, yeah. So then it's at the top of everyone's
yes.
thing.
I wonder how many comments you can actually pin.
Hello.
Also, with this stanchion, you can't hold it aggressively.
Oh, okay.
Or it's gonna like flop over, and I don't really know what to do when that happens.
I see.
Oh, sorry, Shay Shay. Sorry, Shay Shay.
I'm gonna get a plate. Jay, do you want a plate?
What is it?
Well, chicken and your rice.
My rice isn't even done.
Whenever it's done.
Yeah, when it's done, I'll eat. Hello, everybody. It's kind of like YouTube versus TikTok again because we're gonna try going live more on YouTube as well. But yeah, hello everybody. So if I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at a different screen and vice versa. So if I miss your comments or questions, just keep asking them. But how's everyone's Tuesday? I literally woke up thinking it was Thursday, so that was a real shocker for me. But we are, well, they're gonna eat.
Are you just waiting for your rice, though, G?
Mm-hmm. So I am making rice in the cooker over here, and I'm waiting for that to cook up, and then I'm gonna eat my dinner. So, yep. That's what we're doing. We're just waiting, but we're also here to talk about more specifically to TikTok. Everyone's heard the news. Everyone knows what's going on. So we just kind of want to come on here both and just tell you guys that we're not really going anywhere except to follow us on our other channels and platforms because clearly TikTok didn't make it through. So we are going to be on YouTube and Instagram and probably whatever new app comes up. So make sure to keep an eye out for us. But if you are waiting during the meantime and you have not yet subscribed to YouTube, go do that because May and I are going to be a lot more present over there in general than our Instagram. So if you want to stick around, see what we're doing, keep coming around and enjoying our videos, go do that. It's in our bio under Instagram on TikTok, but those on YouTube who are already on YouTube, stay tuned because we have a lot of more fun things coming your way.
Also, our YouTube page is very different from our TikTok page.
Very different. How's everyone feeling about the TikTok ban in general? I mean, we kind of all knew it was coming. Again, we don't know exactly what this ban is going to be like. Like, is it just the fact that people aren't going to be able to download the app anymore? Or is it the fact that, like, they're legitimately wiping it off the face of the earth, like Vine? So we just don't really know. But if you all end up getting on the new trendy app that will be coming out after, May and I will probably be on that too, so just look us up. It will probably be the same exact username as well, unless somebody takes it. So, yeah, I don't really know.
We just don't know what could happen, so we're just preparing.
How would you feel about each providing a DNA sample for science? We already have.
Many times.
Yeah. May and I are actually a part of our physician's clinical, like, trial. And it's not anything like shots or anything. It was just strictly, like, the difference between identical twins and, like, their environments and, yeah, just difference between twins. But, yeah, do you have favorite places to go with your friends?
I don't like how. Where are the comments? Do you just have to randomly touch it?
I don't know. Cancel? I don't know. Oh. I don't know what you just did.
I think it's so it's all visible for us.
It's for someone's saying the ban's for government and not regular people, but I don't think that's right because May and I, well, maybe. We'll know more tomorrow because May and I have actually a meeting with our management team to actually talk about what's happening because nobody knows. So hopefully we get more answers tomorrow. I got to do an inspirational project. That's interesting. Favorite food or drink?
Favorite food? Probably steak. Favorite drink? I could always go for a Diet Pepsi or a Diet Coke.
Yeah. I like a Diet Coke. And I like anything pasta-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Who's older? I am by a little bit. You need to watch over there because I'm watching over here.
There's nothing over here.
Can you guys do another morning routine? Yeah, if you guys want to see that type of content. May and I have been trying, more me because, yeah. I've been trying to come up with more than a minute long video ideas. So if you guys have any that you guys actually do want to see, let us know in the comment section or literally now because we can start filming that. May and I are a little bit on different sides on whether it's entertaining or not for some of you, and that's why we have not filmed it yet.
What's your favorite dessert?
Hi, what's wrong?
Okay.
You want to go outside? Or are you just working because you want food?
What's your favorite dessert?
I'm not the weakling, Shay. I'm sorry.
It used to be peanut butter cups, but now it's not. Rice Krispie treats.
People want more blooper clips.
But those aren't 60 seconds.
Mm.
We don't really...
Just compile them all for like the week.
Yeah.
So, like, do all of your best.
Yeah, I guess. But it's not really bloopers when May gets mad in them. So they're not really funny. May just gets really mad at herself.
Shay, come here.
Wait, are y'all doing Christmas vlogs? Yeah, so May and I this year are doing Vlogmas, but we're doing one video a week, which is the recap of every single day. So it's not a video every single day because May and I found out last year that was extremely hard and very tiring. So we made it one video a week where we film a little bit each day. So if you're interested, the first week is up on YouTube, so go check it out. Is episode 13 the end of your podcast? No. For our podcast, Out of the Box, there is going to be a new episode every Friday. And that just works because May and I schedule and when we can film and when we can edit it. You'll need a show on Netflix. If you know anyone on Netflix or in production team, let us know because I think we're hysterical. But yeah, I wouldn't say no to a show.
No, I wouldn't
it just
either.
depends on like when we get a chance or the opportunity. I wish I had a twin. If you guys have a close sibling in age that is literally the same,
You're so cute.
other than the fact that it's a clone. They've been saying TikTok's going to be banned now. Is that true? You know just as much as we know. We have a meeting tomorrow about it with our management, so we'll hopefully have some more like news about it, I guess, or we'll just understand more about what type of ban it is. But yeah, how old are you? We are 24, going to be 25 in a month.
Someone on YouTube wants to tell you something.
Yes. 10 more minutes. Would you ever do those dating shows on Netflix? I would do Love is Blind. I would do Hot to Handle.
You would?
Yeah.
For hot to handle that, you have to be hot.
Says you.
That's fair.
What else is on there?
No. I could see you doing Love is Blind though.
I could see that.
I would, but I legitimately have a fear because I low-key like physical attraction, so you have to physically be attractive.
Love Island.
But what if you liked the person so much you didn't care about how they looked? That's
No,
literally the point of the
I
show.
know, but I would like, I don't know if my face would react well if they weren't.
They do the unveiling and you just be like,
Well, because I like the physical attraction. Like, I want to,
be
yeah,
attracted to your person.
Be
yeah,
attracted.
like physically.
But could you be attracted to them as a person first and then?
Yeah,
Or-
but there is that
or with their
physical attraction part.
attraction, if it wasn't what you were thinking, would that just erase everything that you knew about them from the pod?
No, but it would definitely be like will we make it to the altar part?
At least go on the honeymoon part.
Because
Nah,
you
go to
can.
at least
I wouldn't
Mexico.
like cancel it right away, but like obviously you get to live with them too, so you would also
You
get
have
to know them.
Yeah.
So it's not just physical, but it's also like a physical part is a huge part for me.
Yeah.
Like it always has been.
Have you had it where somebody's super attractive and then they open their mouth and you're like, ooh.
No,
Really?
no.
Miles?
Miles was in my smart classes, so
But
I
was
knew
he
him.
smart?
Smart.
Was he smart? Yep.
I mean,
Ew.
he passed the classes, and I thought they were hard. So, any advice from? This is coming from.
What are you doing?
Any advice from May on coming out? Dad, that's on you.
I always tell people do it when you're ready. It's never fun if you're being pressured to do it.
Yes.
What's wrong? Do you hate going to school? Jie and I are out of school, but yes, I did absolutely hate it.
What's on this?
Just salt and pepper.
and pepper. I don't know why. So when it's sideways, it goes away. I don't know how to.
Good evening. Hello. What's the topic of the conversation today? Honestly, whatever you guys want to talk about. We're just eating dinner. But we're doing 2 lives, one on YouTube and one on TikTok. And it's kind of competing on questions, but also just in general. We're talking about the TikTok ban, but then also just like life in general. Catching up. We try to do 2 a week. How did your parents react to the gender you wanted to be? That doesn't make sense. We were girls, we are still girls. So they adopted us knowing we were girls. So yeah, I don't know. Hello.
Can we just bag that one?
What are you eating? There's chicken and rice, and then whatever they make that they want to eat or add to dinner. I don't know. Is the TikTok ban for real? I don't know. I know as much as you guys know. Obviously, it's like we've kind of seen this coming from last year, but we're gonna know a little bit more by tomorrow, and then hopefully, yeah. But if you guys here on TikTok have not yet subscribed to May's and I's YouTube channel, but also Instagram, make sure to go do that, because that is where we will be if this doesn't continue. But also, just a heads up, if a new app comes out, which I assume it will be, May and I will also be joining that. So just kind of search us up the same way. Same username, same everything, but YouTube is going to stay consistent. So if you want to stay up to date with May and I, go and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not yet done that already. Are you doing another marathon? Maybe. There's a summer one that we were talking about doing, but again, we don't really know yet. We kind of took a couple weeks off from running just because our legs needed a rest, but if we get back into running in the next couple of weeks, we might think about doing another one in the summer. Are you together with your sister? No, you kind of answered that in your own
I'm together
question.
with her sister.
Hello from New
That
Zealand.
is mine. Thank you.
Hello from New Zealand. That's cool. 2029 for what? Hi from France. Bonjour. How's life?
Oh, Ireland.
Hi from Oklahoma. Hello. Puerto Rico. Do you speak Spanish? No. Elementary Spanish, but that doesn't count.
Why
San Diego,
am I
hello.
holding up a 3?
Guam. That's cool. I was thinking about coming out to my mom and sister, but I'm nervous.
Yeah, it's always nerve-wracking.
Makes you nervous.
It's always nerve-wracking to come out. But it's really relieving once you do.
Hello from Alaska and New Mexico. Hello. Scotland's in here. Skin is glowing. Thank you. I try my best with skincare just because when I don't wear makeup, I just want my skin to be good. But thank you. I did track tryouts today, got second place on 50 meters, placed 200 meter, third place for 400. So you're a sprinter. That's really
Damn. 400 meters would be rough.
good. Yeah, I always tried to get out of 400.
Yeah, I never wanted to be a part of that.
Virginia, that's cool. I don't think I've ever wanted to go to Virginia, but that's chill. Oh. I was like, I
Do you
can't
have a
read
brother?
it.
Yeah, Jay and I have a step brother.
Yeah.
But he doesn't live here with us.
I do want to go to Alaska. Our mom wants to go so badly.
After Jessica, I don't know if I want to go.
I do. Jess would go back again with Mary, so I would take Susan.
Gee, does the physical appearance of a person determine whether you start? What the hell?
It's
whether
a huge
you
one.
start or bypass a conversation.
Start or bypass?
Like start a convo or not.
Yeah. That might make me superficial, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to say no, like, don't talk to me, but, like, I'll probably be more short answered. Like, yeah. If you come up to me and want to talk, that's chill. But, like, I'm definitely someone who needs physical attraction.
People are saying hi to you. Oh, hello.
Your rice almost done.
Yeah.
Like, that was a fatty minute.
It's a minute.
I have graduation on May 2025. If your house is on fire, what 3 things are you taking with you? This one, and both my dogs. Literally nothing else.
Maybe my social security card?
I don't even have mine. That's the thing. I still have yet to see it. I know it by memorized it, but I have never seen the physical card.
That's fair.
What did we do today? Well, today was a work day, so we worked all day. Then we went to go grocery shopping for the next few dinners. That's really it. Do I do skincare? Sometimes. I just sometimes forget to I'm not consistent. Or at least I do it for a week and then I forget, and then I do it for another week and then I forget. It hasn't become a habit yet for me. Have we been to what? Have we been to South Africa? No, have you?
I wish.
I want to travel more.
I like to touch every continent at least once. I think
Are
that'd be
you
cool.
close to it or no?
No.
No.
Nope.
We live in Washington State.
Do you want me to watch this one and you watch that one?
Yeah. This is, since it's horizontal, they disappear. Which is weird to me.
It's hyper focus.
How did we meet? We met on a previous joint trip to Thailand, the one we took in August. We started talking in like late January, and then we were together before the trip even happened.
When you know, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I'll take G, car keys, jewelry. What?
For what he'd save, for the 3 things he'd say G, he'd take his car keys and jewelry if his house is on fire.
Ah.
Well, that's nice, G. That somebody would save you from a fire.
I would probably be the one that's literally the first one out.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say
We'd
that.
all be looking for you, and you'd be
You're
like,
like,
I'm on the
"Where
street
are
the
you?"
whole time.
The Thailand trip vlogs are amazing. Yeah, and Jie and I are doing a second trip to Thailand. Different places that we're going to Bangkok and Phuket this time around. So if you're interested, check out the link in our bio. Since we still have like a few more spaces available, but we can only take 24 of you. So if you're interested, want a cheap way to travel and meet new friends, group travel is definitely in it. I'm excited for this one because we have half of our other group coming back, and then we have new people as well joining. Favorite sport? Basketball. Ooh, thank you for that. She is also going on the trip. She went on the last trip as well.
Had a great time. Know what to expect this time.
Yeah.
Have you seen Wicked? No, but we want to.
Yep.
We watched Moana first.
What's G doing? G's just making her dinner, or I don't even know.
Yes, Ashley, I am the girlfriend.
It almost looks like you're in separate rooms. No,
It connects into
it
one.
connects. It's one room. Where is the trip and when? It is this upcoming August 2nd to the 8th of 2025. You have to be 18 and you have to have a valid passport. Those are the 2 main questions I have, which
Tell them everything we're doing.
I thought it was pretty reasonable to understand that, but people don't. What are we doing? We have a full set itinerary. We are doing a ton of different activities. We'll have our own private tour guide. We're going to be staying at 2 different 4-star hotels. All your breakfasts are included, some lunches, some dinners. And then the plane ticket from Bangkok to Phuket is covered. But where is the trip going to be? We're going to be in Thailand. We're going to Bangkok and Phuket. So the first half is Bangkok, and then around the 4th day, we're going to go to Phuket for the beach and water. But then we'll also be enjoying city life, culture. I think we're going to one museum, a lot of food markets.
We're going to
temples. We're going to do nightlife as well, so a few clubs.
And if you're interested, there's a link in their bio. Or if you have any questions, you could probably IM them directly on any of their socials. They'll keep an eye out for you.
Yeah.
There are still some slots available for those who are interested.
Yeah.
But they're going fast. So if you do want to come, I know it's far away for August 2025, but You only have to put 25% down now, so you have time to pay towards it. And they have payment plans if you don't have the money now but want to keep paying towards it even after the trip is done.
What's nice though is the sooner you sign up, the more time you have to budget. So May, I'm assuming that's your name. We have the full itinerary, the cost of it on the link in our bio if you're interested. You can also DM us and we can answer more questions that you have, or
And you can bring
write them down now and we can answer them here. You can also bring anyone you would like with you, but they do also have to pay for spots. Really, first come, first serve, and the first 24 to get a spot goes. And then we'll have a wait list if more people want to go, but 24 is our max right now. It's only like 6 days. Yeah, so it's a 6-7 day trip. It's pretty short. I know a lot of people wish it was a little bit longer, but the company we travel with, they only do weekly trips. There's nothing longer than that.
But it's nice because
It's
if
really
you want to travel internationally and you never have before, it's really nice to go on a group travel trip. You also don't have to plan anything out because they spent the time to put out that itinerary for you. You don't have to do what's on the itinerary. It is optional. It just makes it easier for you if you're traveling, especially again for the first time, or if you want to go somewhere where you meet new people that are also travelers. It's just a really nice experience all around.
Yeah. Long flight though, but it could work. It was a long flight. We had like a 22-hour travel day to get there. But to be honest, the 12-hour flight went by pretty quickly.
At least they fed us.
Yeah, they fed us.
nice.
If you fly Eva Air, you get like 3 full meals, which I was surprised because
We even skipped out on meals.
Yeah, because I wasn't hungry. But we also didn't know that you would get fed on the plane, so we bought tons of snacks, but we didn't even eat them because we didn't need them. So if you fly Eva Air, you get a lot of food. It's not bad if you take allergy pills and what airline is the flight. So it's up to you what flight or airline you take. You have to pay your ticket there and back. But we traveled Eva Air last time, and I think we're gonna do it again just because it was really easy to navigate. There's airlines and stuff. They're what do you call them? What are the airline people?
International.
Flight attendants.
Yeah, their flight attendants were really nice, and then they had 3 full meals that they fed us
And snacks.
So like,
But
I thought
I
it was
assume
pretty good.
every other airline does that too, above 10 hours.
Yeah, I don't know.
The food just might be different.
It's so the trip we have to pay as well, or is the itinerary we are paying for? So the itinerary is what you're paying for, but that's essentially the trip as well.
So what you have to pay for if you decide to go is the $2,500 for the trip and itinerary, and you have to pay for your flights to get there.
And home.
There is,
Yeah.
while you're on that trip, we're going to Bangkok and Phuket. That flight is covered, but you have to get your own flight to go back home and to get there in the first place.
Yeah.
And then if you want any other expenditures, you can get bought. And really, last trip, I think most people only took like 200 USD and didn't
Yeah.
even spend it all.
Yeah, no. See, I took like an extra $200 out in cash and exchanged them for bought here in the U.S. before leaving, and I didn't even use up all of my cash.
Which is really nice, we still have that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm gonna do that again too, and just exchange here.
You
And
can
then
exchange there too.
You can exchange there. It is just a little bit easier to at least have some bought on hand and right when you land in case you need it. But all in-city transportation is covered, so you don't have to pay for extra transportation
Private tour, though.
unless we go out somewhere and we have to get a taxi, and then we all kind of just split how much the taxi was.
It's literally $2 USD.
Yeah, which is
And-
like 10-20 baht.
And like G said, there's a private tour guide, so you're not just going willy-nilly and hoping for the best.
Yeah, we
There's
have,
at least somebody there to help us.
and that also helps with the translation. A lot of them spoke English, but whenever we checked in, to like different hotels, all of our activities. Our tour guide did that, so we didn't really have to do that. So the Bangkok and Phuket is the ticket round trip, the 2,500, but the ticket from US to Thailand not included.
No.
So the 2,500 is includes your hotel, transportation, all the activities, private tour guide, all your breakfasts, some of the meals, and some dinners. What is not included is your flight there and home, and then your whatever you want to pay for, like souvenir wise, or some of the meals that are not on the itinerary. The itinerary will tell you exactly what meals are included and not included. But I will tell you, meals in Thailand is very cheap.
Yeah.
I'm answering one person who's interested in a trip that we're hosting. So I have to give her the details. Oh, so it's not bad though for 6 days. Yeah. So
really
the
not.
2,500 is basically covering you for the 6 full days. So once you're there, you really shouldn't be paying that much more, unless one, you get your own private room that will cost a little bit more, or two, you buy tons of souvenirs and tons of food if you're hungry. But I'm a big eater,
But
and
again,
our
200,
meals
yeah.
and our meals were covered, and I had plenty left over.
Like $200 was too much to take in general. So. Hi. Hi, she.
How much are flights to Thailand? Our last trip, I think
depends.
round trip, we paid
18.
1,800. Well, no. Each?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we each
Yeah, because
pay?
it was about as much as the trip itself last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also depends on when you buy your ticket.
Yeah, but it depends when you buy it. We bought ours actually pretty close to when we were gonna leave. So obviously it jacks up the price. But we've had some people who got there. I think Josh paid his only like 800. But I don't know when he got his.
In April. That's
Yeah,
why we're
or
trying for
something.
April
Yeah.
this time.
But it depends what seats you want. Do you want economy? Do you want premium? Do you want whatever you can afford? But you do have to be aware of plane ticket costs and also budget with that too.
It's also Thailand based off of a survey, so that's where most people wanted to go to travel to.
Yeah.
Who knows, next trip might be somebody somewhere else, but it was voted upon that everybody would rather go to Thailand, those who are interested, so that's why it's Thailand.
Yeah, when we do all of these, we send out massive surveys to everyone who wants to take them or who is interested in going, and we've got well over 800 responses for the surveys, and Thailand was the top destination that they wanted to go to. So that's why we chose it. I always book flights like 6 months prior, cheaper, especially Tuesdays.
Yep.
Yeah, we are in the phase of looking for tickets right now. We already know the airline we want to go on. We know what day we have to arrive. We just have to like actually buy our tickets. But we're waiting to see if they go down a little bit more. Danielle put the survey on Instagram a while back. Yeah, so we put it on Instagram and TikTok a while back. And the destination has been chosen for the last at least 2 months. It hasn't changed since. It's just people are wondering why we chose Thailand, and that's why. Can you answer more than one person, or else I want Jeep? Then what do you want to know? What time is it there? It is 6:06 p.m. I heard Thailand is beautiful. Yeah, so our last trip took us to the islands of Thailand. It was amazing. Did you like the first place or the second place more?
Ooh.
So we went to Koh Samui and Koh Phangan. I
didn't want to say. I was going to say Go Phanan.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the second island, but we island hopped. It was really fun.
I think I liked maybe the first because we stayed there longer, but I liked the second resort better.
Same. See, I like the second resort and the activities more than the first.
That's fine. I agree. They had a moon party.
Yeah, that was fun.
Somebody asked us on YouTube, how did our parents react to us coming out?
How did our parents react? My parents have known ever since I was little. They were just waiting for me to be able to tell them myself. So they were chill about it.
Mine are also very chill. My mother knew since I was little as well. She had the assumption anyway. And then my stepfather, his sibling is also, and my bio dad reacted to it just fine as well. But I think everybody knew. It was just a matter of like me accepting it myself and then coming out after. Yeah. But I think everybody had the presumptions. But yeah, fully supported.
Yeah. What are y'all's names? I'm May. This is Miranda.
And G's over there.
Yeah. G's finishing.
Her putting her rice away from dinner.
Oh my god, that's so exciting. You two and your sister travel together too. So yeah, that's the first time we ever met was literally the day we flew out to Thailand. Because you haven't been out of the country. You have been out.
Nope, that was the first time.
She has not been out of the country. Another friend of ours, Gabby, who was on that trip as well, it was her very first time out of the country. So we all met up at SeaTac Airport and flew to Taiwan together. We thought it'd be fun Jie and I have flown out of the country a lot. They haven't, so it was pretty easy to just
Was that your first time?
to the conclusion that we all fly together. And so if you're someone like that and wants to go on the trip,
to go to London.
and it's your first time out of the country and you're a little nervous, if possible, if it's in your budget, you can always come to Seattle and we'd fly out with you, or we'd talk with you and try to see if we can get on the same flights or whatever.
And a lot of people from last trip also kind of figured out who was in their city and they flew out together. So like that's also another option. Because you just never know.
G's just
G's here. I don't know why you're getting so pressed about me talking about our trip, but whatever.
Because there's also people asking over here on YouTube.
Yeah, so I'm trying to look at both of you guys in comments. Oh, that would be so cute. I'm so shy. Yeah.
You should come.
So, I know a lot of people are also worried about the trip. Like, I'm an introvert. I don't really like talking to people, but I really want to get to know more people. We had a lot of those types of people on the trip last trip, and they ended the trip saying, I thought I was going to stay in my room most of the time, but really, he stayed with the entire group the entire time because he got to know everyone. Everyone was welcoming, and we were honestly really fun. I think everyone meshed well together, and so we all kind of just hung out whenever we could, like all day for most of them. Okay.
Where are y'all from? From China. I was like, where are we? But we grew up in Seattle, Washington. I have realized that we need to say Seattle, Washington, so just Washington, because people think I say DC, or I mean DC, and I was like, never been there, ever. She was taking a long time. I was eating and cleaning up. So
wait, so May, where do you live if you're not far from us? If you go on the trip, you're more than welcome to come join us for the flight to Bangkok.
And our last trip was full of introvert, shy people, so it was really nice for everybody to meet. And they still talk. Yeah. So that's really nice. People formed like long-lasting friendships on the last trip. So that's another great reason to go as well if you want a community outside of where you're from.
And if you're worried that you're socially awkward, I guarantee you I am more socially awkward. So the fact that if I'm there, you're fine.
Hello, totally from Venezuela. Hi.
I'm such an introvert. This is awesome. I wish I could go, but I'm not financially ready. That's okay. We hope you can come join us on the next one, hopefully down the line. If this one also goes well, we'll probably be hosting another one, not to Thailand, probably to a very different location. I know Jie and I really want to go to Europe or somewhere in Europe, so that may be where the next trip takes us. If everyone else wants to go to Europe.
Do y'all like K-pop? They don't. I do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, I like Blackpink specifically.
What do you want for Christmas? I don't know.
I didn't.
You
have
know
a
when you
place
get to the age
to
where
be
you
more
can
financially stable.
where you can like buy stuff for yourself anytime you really want. It's you kind of just grow out of the like, oh, I want like physical gifts or whatever.
Ask my parents for a flight to Seattle.
I did too. I asked my
For me,
Yeah. Because I was like, it's a gift that I would actually use because I don't need more objects and things. Is Gia and Miranda close?
Yeah. I mean, like,
You mean physically? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We were all friends 1st before we started dating. This one, not that. That seemed like I was gesturing.
I
to Gia.
heard the Europe tour is not so bad money-wise. I don't know what you're
tour?
referring to.
I mean, Europe in general was more expensive than Thailand, and May and I are all about affordability right now because we also can't be dumping shit out of our ass.
Yeah.
So, it was also kind of a mutual, like, what is affordable, where do people want to go, etc.
Yeah.
So, it was, we could go to other places, but it's definitely going to cost a lot more.
Where have you guys traveled to, and where was your favorite? Where have we? London, China, France, Costa Rica. Like outside,
18. No,
outside
that's
the
it.
country.
You have to be 18 to go on the trip.
Yes, you have to be 18. That's minimum. Because we are staying at all adult resorts, so they do not want children there. Also, Gia and I don't get to really choose the age limit. That's just what we were told.
You are from Wyoming. I am from Wyoming too. Oh, nice. That's nice. I'm also ready to kind of get out of there, but it's nice.
She's
I
gonna
like
come
Wyoming.
join City Life.
What comment thing?
Can you put
We've
this
already
on
done that.
YouTube?
Yeah,
for
because
the
people
podcast?
are commenting on YouTube. It's just they're disappearing quicker.
Yeah.
Someone watched our podcast about our life story. Thanks, how we started in a box, and now we're here.
Oh, but then that's like good Christmas gift because you guys came from a box. So it's like you're the gift.
Yeah.
How many spaces are left? Is that Kaya asking?
There's about 10.
Is there?
There's about 10 left, but 130 people have said that they are going to join us. So honestly, I don't know at this point.
They could go at any minute.
They
at this
literally
point.
could go at any minute.
One of you could ask 10 of your relatives to go with you, and then you'd take up the entire trip. So,
Yeah.
100 and you said 30?
130 people claim that they want to go on this trip with us and are trying to come.
I think 100 of them
are bullshit.
are also, I wouldn't say bullshit, but also trying to financially make it happen. It's just they're trying to wait longer and longer and longer for it, which a lot of people are doing. But what you can do is go through a firm if you're from the U.S.
Did you take screenshots
of
names?
one person.
Kaya?
No, but you can go through a firm and set up a money plan. So then a firm will most likely pay for your trip before you even fully pay for the trip yourself.
Yeah.
So don't wait longer because you're trying to budget. Yes, it's a lot to put down. We understand that. But other people are also thinking the same thing. So if the longer you wait, the less chance you actually have to get on the trip.
Yeah. Yeah, so you only have to put 25% down to secure your spot in line. And then you'll have until about May if you're not using a payment plan to pay it off. The plane tickets are expensive and we understand that, but we have not yet paid ours yet. So if that's like any I don't know, support in that way, like we will be buying our plane tickets around April.
Yeah, probably.
Just because like right now I kind of looked for plane tickets and they're not even scheduled out yet. So you kind of have to wait towards like a couple months out. But hopefully like if you are putting down 25% today, you'll still have all that time to one, figure it out, but two, also start looking at airlines, and different airlines have different costs, so you just kind of have to like play around with it, check on like certain days, because it's just gonna fluctuate from here.
Yeah. Kaya says you're down to do it right now. I just have to make sure I renew my passport. Honestly, I would book it now and then go do your passport, because then you know for sure you have a spot. In case if you do it the opposite way and you wait for your passport and then get a spot, someone else could have gotten it. But you might want to put the 25% down just so you can actually have that spot.
And the link is in our bio. So if you click on that little link, it'll just take you straight to the place that you need to look at the itinerary, but then also pay. What are you guys doing in St. John's? So that was right next to our college, and May and I would go to St. John's every time we wanted to film outside just because it was near our house when we lived in Portland. But yeah. We're not there yet though. How did you guys meet? May and Miranda met on our first group travel trip to Thailand last August.
Going, though.
Wait, y'all are twins, right? We are.
Yeah.
Look, it's gone.
Kayak has some sorta. Yeah, so I looked at like Hopper and Kayak, and I might go through a travel agent specifically because she also might have some insights. So it really just depends, and I'm so willing to also like include others in that if like she finds better, cheaper flights. Then yeah, I just need a head count on who would come to Seattle, because obviously that's where we're flying out of. But obviously May and I will do our best if you guys want to meet at a certain airport, i.e. Seattle, because that's where May and I are located. But again, we met somebody on our trip in Taipei.
Was it Taipei?
Taipei. We met somebody on our trip in Taipei, and we were on the same flight to Koh Samui, or Bangkok. So again, we can meet in Taipei too, if that is also a thing. How many spots are there, including the ones that are taken in? 24 total. There are 10 left. And again
there's
130 people have either DM'd May and I or told May and I that they want to join us. And it's more of they're trying to figure out a way to pay for it. So it's honestly first come, first serve. There's no favorites. There's nothing like that. So if you have friends and you're really like, I have 2 spots, we can pay the 25% today, great, do it. But yeah, that is what we're talking about. And like, there's only 24 spots, 10 left.
Someone says y'all are going to my birthday next year. It feels like I should be going.
You should.
You should. Gift yourself it.
We can party it up in Bangkok.
And then someone's asking what's 25% down. I'm pretty sure it's about $625 is the 25% you have to put down just for your spot. And then you can do increment payments all the way up until until you pay off the trip. But it is about $600 for the down payment, pretty much, just for your spot. Have you ever traveled to the UK before? We have. We also had people on the trip last year that came from the UK. They were pretty fun people to get to know. That isn't horrible. It's not horrible. But then again, you have to realize you have to pay for the trip, the rest of the $2,500, and your flight tickets. Those are the main things you have to be aware of.
New Zealand, is that what someone's asking? We were supposed to go to New Zealand, but our sisters changed that.
Haha, someone wants to know if you're single.
I am. But now, so like, obviously when you say the price out loud, everyone's shocked about it, but then once you go and look at the itinerary and everything that's included, you can kind of break it down yourself, and it's really cheap. It's cheaper option than when you're alone going to Thailand. And that was what May and I wanted to do, because the more people that join, obviously it's a group trip, If we get 24 out of 24 people, it's going to be cheaper for everybody. So
it could be cheaper than 2,500.
why is it getting banned? I don't know why TikTok's being banned. People are just being stupid. Are you traveling to Thailand or are you still thinking about it? We are traveling to Thailand August 2nd to the 8th of 2025.
For the second time.
For the second time. But this time we're going to stay in Bangkok and Phuket instead of Koh Samui and Koh Phangan. But
Someone goes, let's do it for the memories, guys. Monies can always be made
exactly. And if you guys need like more of an enticing or you want to see what a day-to-day looks like, May and I filmed every single day of our Thailand trip up on our YouTube page. So we kind of took you guys through what we did every single day. It's not going to be the same activities, but you'll kind of see what the group is like and how May and I host a trip like that. And if it's interesting to you, then the link is also in our YouTube bio if you are interested in joining.
Oh, Kaya, it says your first layover would be in Seattle.
So depending on that, we could all fly out. And I know already 4 of us are flying out of Seattle.
But also Jie and I have to get there a day early, so
That too.
I'm making this one fly out a day earlier. But then our other friend Gabby is most likely doing the same thing, so you're more than welcome to join. But again, we will be flying out a day earlier, which means you have to pay a little bit more for that extra day, or you can just come on the actual
Set date. People
Whatever
just-
you would like.
People just thought that it would be smart to get there a day early so they could have a jump start on jet lag.
Yeah.
Well, that's
and
the last trip. The next day was all
yeah,
water day.
It was an all water day.
So we didn't want to drown.
But again, you don't have to go early. You can stay late if you want to stay late. You just have to be there the second.
Yes.
Because the second is the first welcome
Activity.
dinner.
Well, we have the welcome dinner on the 2nd, and then we're going to a nightclub right after it.
So get pumped.
Way to break the ice.
That should
Yeah.
be so fun.
Because May and I were like, oh, what are awkward people going to do together? Get drunk and actually talk.
So we were
So-
more normal.
Yeah, liquor just makes it easier.
But again, if you don't want to drink, you don't have
have
to drink. You can just come for the vibes.
Yeah, I feel like I'd rather fly out of Seattle
Oh,
so I'm not
sorry.
alone. Yeah,
Do
no,
it.
that's what you did. That's what she did last trip. That's what
Gabby
Gabby did
did.
last trip.
I
It was
bet you
really
if we
fun.
could get Josh to do it too, he would come.
Probably.
Probably.
He's from the same.
Wait, y'all go to Thailand? Can y'all do a vlog? Yes.
We're
we
gonna
will be
vlog this
vlogging
entire
it.
next travel trip
Yeah.
as well.
I'm surprised I didn't feel any jet lag last trip. Yeah, Nakia, you're lucky because I did.
I definitely felt it.
It was
So I should just book a flight to Seattle and worry
worry
about
about
the main flight later on.
pretty
Probably.
much, but also put down that 25%, Kaya.
That's most important.
That's the most important. Can I get to Seattle and then fly together? Yes, May.
So Kaya and May, if you're really actually serious about joining and wanting to fly out
DM
together,
May and I.
DM us, we'll DM you, but then once we get closer to buying tickets, we will tell you what flight we're on so you can buy the same flight.
Yeah.
Or at least attempt to get on the same flight, because I think that would be fun. Plus, what better way to get to know each other than spending 22 hours together?
You really get
it's
to
a
know each
22-hour
other.
travel day. Or it probably will be, if it's anything like the other one.
Well, not 22 because we're only stopping in Bangkok. We're not going to go to Koh Samui.
right.
So it'll probably be
So
more
like a
of like
15,
a
16
18
hour?
hour.
Yeah.
Not saying that's
That's daunting.
good, but it's gonna definitely like we only have to go from here to Taipei and then Taipei to Bangkok.
Is it only girls allowed to go?
No.
Nope.
So you can bring anybody you want, no matter age, whatever. You just have to be 18 years old because that's the adult age for these resorts that we're gonna stay in. And also, May and I don't want to be babysitting high schoolers running around the country, so that's why it's 18 as well. But you have to be 18 years old, you have to have a valid passport,
Oh,
and
I totally forgot you.
that's fine. You're fine. You're of age. And you
Do you
have
want
to sure. And then you have to just be open-minded. This is a group trip, so everybody's gonna be shy the first night. Everyone's gonna have anxiety. So like, be an open and nice person. If you're weird and fucking stocky, that's weird. Don't do that.
we ask.
And there's different kinds of relationships. Last trip we had a father-daughter
Yeah.
come together.
Best friend.
Yeah.
We had best friends come together. Some people came, solo. So really, it's just a matter of like, if you want to bring somebody, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Just as long as, again, you meet G's guidelines. And you can request to room together, so you're not separated in
Yeah.
a random selection.
We already have two girls coming that are best friends. We have, May and Miranda are a couple, and they're coming. So, who knows? You might meet the love of your life, the ones that are not taken yet. But like, you just never know. How do I get more information on this? You can either DM May and I, or you can go in the link in our bio on both YouTube and TikTok, and it will send you to our trip page, which will tell you the itinerary literally day by day, hour by hour, and then it will show you what's included and what's not included. And then if you have more questions, you can DM May and I on Instagram or TikTok. And Erica, I'm just gonna take a screenshot just so I have you in my little
List
of people to talk to, because I've talked to 130 people about this. So, I love that it's super detailed. Exactly, and it's not something that we're trying to make lots of money on, because we're really not.
We have to pay for the trip.
We
too.
have to pay for the trip. We're paying for your guys' flights to Phuket from Bangkok, because that's obviously something that May and I wanted to do, but also Phuket wasn't originally on the list to go to, and we wanted to go there because Olivia said it. And I was like, bet, we're going to Phuket too. So we are trying to make this as affordable as possible. If you are in the US and you want to join, you can go and pay through Affirm, which will give you a 12, 14, 16, or 18-month plan, which basically means it's going to be paid for before you even leave, but you'll be still paying it
There's Josh. Hey.
after the trip even is done. So that's enticing. This idea is so wholesome. I hope I get to pay the 20% down, but if not, I can't wait to see videos. Exactly. I think I did the math right. I'm taking your phone, whoever this is. Let me just double fact check me on how much 25%
Also,
is.
Nakia, I miss Olivia too.
Yeah, so it's $625 for the 25% down.
Just woke up from a nap. Honestly, I wish.
That's a moon.
Josh, would you ever be willing to fly out to Seattle and then go to the trip?
Josh
we
is a
were just
returner
talking about-
traveler.
We have a few people that want to meet in Seattle and then fly
Fly
out
out.
together, like what Gabby and Miranda did last time.
But Josh, you talked about wanting to get there earlier too. So
Yeah,
so
that
you might just
depends.
beat us
It
again.
depends.
$62.50 is the total of the whole trip, right? No.
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 I mean, unless
no.
you're paying a lot for your
Unless you wanna
flight.
No.
pay-
So
yeah.
it's $625 is the down. $625.
She said 6,000.
Yeah, no.
$250.
$625 is what you need to secure your
Is your
spot.
For the down payment. The
Yeah.
total cost is $25.
Plus whatever you
$2,500.
pay for your flight. What happens if a person doesn't pay for the trip, instead they go by themselves?
Like if they don't pay the whole trip?
Well, if you aren't a part of our group, I know this was a consistent question last time. People ask, well, if I'm not part of the group, but if I'm there around the same time you guys are, can we just meet up? The answer is no, because Jie and I are the hosts of this trip. We need to take care of the people on this trip who paid to be on this trip with Jie and I. And also we have a packed schedule. So we don't have the time to go outside of our schedule and meet up with people, even though you guys are fans. What? Why is this not working? Great. So if you really want to hang out with Jie and I, this is why we do group travel and we host it, is so we can be with you guys for the full 7 days. It wouldn't be fair for us to host a trip and then leave our entire group just to go see other people.
Kaya, all you need to do is do the 25%, and then you can do your traveler's portal whenever you want before the trip.
Under Trova trip. So that's what I did. Sorry.
No,
Because
you're good.
I went on the last trip and I went a day early with them. So on your Trova trip, they're going to have an option for you to stay one day before or one day after. That is extra cost, just like your private room if you want a private room versus rooming with somebody you don't know. Again, if you're going with somebody you do know, you can request them. But on that is in your Trova trip, and you can change it literally until the last minute if you do decide to fly out a day early.
Yeah.
You don't have to make that decision right now.
Because I'm thinking flying out with y'all, but I don't want to pay for it if I end up just flying out from Arizona. That's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miranda said, you can kind of do it up until the last minute. But also we had not an issue last trip, but some people have also, like, once we got to the hotel, wanted to switch from being a roommate to just being alone. And we talked with Olivia, which was our tour guide then, hopefully also this round. And we fixed it right away for them. So
we were able to
it's very flexible. I don't necessarily know if it will be flexible every single place we stay, but we will try our best if something doesn't work.
You still will have to pay for one extra night, even if you fly with us, though. Yeah, you will. We didn't get there.
No,
then.
we're not
No,
shaking
sorry.
your heads at you.
Oh,
No, yeah. that's
I
really
was like,
something.
well, Kaya, like, you will still have to pay for one extra night if you fly with us because Jie and I are staying one night before
day
everyone
early.
else.
Yeah,
But you don't have to do 2 nights if we're flying for one of them.
yeah.
But you still will be there one full day before other people.
Someone asked me also, we're gonna switch for the trip to a different question. Someone asked if I liked being single, and yeah, I do.
She's living her best life.
Kaya, the trip ends in a different place. So I'm really glad you asked that. You will be flying into Bangkok, but you will have to get a flight out from Phuket.
Yeah, so there's not a round trip. Just do
Yeah, don't
one
do a
way
round
there
trip.
and one way home.
Yeah.
And it might even be cheaper that way.
Yeah.
I'm single, LOL.
How many days are y'all traveling? Well, one full day to get there, probably. And then we'll be traveling throughout that week to Phuket, too. And then another full day traveling home. So 3 days? I don't really
And it's
know.
the 2nd through the 8th.
The 2nd
Yeah.
through the 8th. Will you try to find a boyfriend? Yes, but I'm also not in a rush. Well, age-wise, maybe.
Yeah,
but,
Kaya's full sending it.
Yeah, that's what Miranda did.
That's what she
That's
did.
what I did.
That's
She
what
literally
Miranda
went
did.
full
Literally,
sent
because
it.
I didn't want to worry about it.
Yeah.
What if I get there at a later date? Would I be able to join and I'll pay for myself?
But you still have to pay the full price up, don't you?
I think you could come. I don't know.
Wait, like late in what aspect?
So
like
say,
you would arrive the
say
3rd
they
or
arrive the
4th?
4th or, yeah.
yeah, you would just have to. Unfortunately, you would pay the package deal just because like that's what you have to do to get
But it's
included.
for everyone.
But it's it's for everybody. And if you did need to come late, or if you happen to say like you come the 4th instead of the 2nd, that's okay. You're just gonna miss out on the first 2 days, which you helped pay for, because again, the package deal is what is going to be added to a sum total for the entire group for all 7 days.
Yeah.
So not necessarily just you, but if you're fine with paying for others to go and enjoy the activity that you're missing out on, that's totally fine. But it's also up to you, because if you want to be a part of those activities because you pitched in for that, then that is also on you.
Isn't it if everybody joins too, it's cheaper?
Yeah. So if we max out, let's say 24 people join, it's gonna be a lot cheaper than what 2,500.
Right now, 2,500 is the amount just because of how many people are on it right now. But if we, like G said, if we get 24 people, I'm pretty sure
It will drop
it
down.
drops to like 16 something or 17, 18.
And
No,
yeah.
it's
Sign up.
25.
We all want to save money.
Yeah, exactly. So the more people that sign up, the cheaper it is for you and for everyone else.
Who's the better twin? I
I
don't
like
know.
both of you. Not like that.
Which
but-
country are y'all in? The U.S. It's kind of shitty right now.
What was this one? There was one up here. No, just kidding.
You already answered it.
Yeah, never mind.
But yes, overall, if you want to join and you might be a couple days late, just verbalize that to May, not verbalize, but like let May and I know because we can kind of note it too. And you'll be all set. I can pay the full package price, just worried I wouldn't be able to come if I arrive late. No,
It depends on your flight too.
Yeah.
Like you would have to look at your flight and the times and when you would get in. Because most, like G said, most people last trip try to get there one full night before the original first activity. But we had people flying in the same day as the welcome dinner. And then we choose what time dinner is based off everyone's flight info.
which we will have prior to you arriving. May and I will know your rooms. We will know who your roommates are with. We will know who to expect and when to expect them. And then we will make sure that somebody is in the lobby to help you guys check in.
Are you doing the same as last trip with having a group chat too? So
Yeah,
everybody can meet
so,
first?
Yeah, so like, not like always, because obviously this is our only second group chat. But last trip we decided to have a group chat on Instagram just because that was a lot easier for everybody and we don't have to deal with like iMessage and stuff like that. So everyone will get to know each other in the group chat, and then about a month before the trip, May and I will actually schedule a Zoom call so everyone can kind of put like faces to names. And then obviously, hopefully everyone will like relatively know each other a little bit at least when we meet at the welcome dinner, so it's not like I don't even know your name and I'm sitting next to you.
Yeah. And I can tell
And
you,
going out drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
and I can tell you, the people who are coming back from the other trip, all are super welcoming. There's no cliques. So if you're worried about like, oh, I'm worried like some people know each other already, I'm going to be an outsider, don't be. We're all going to basically start fresh again, since there will be new people. So it's definitely okay if you are a little bit anxious about that. Me and G will try to lessen that anxiety for you. Just because we already know half the people going and we already know their personality and what they're like.
Yeah. Kaya, do it, full send. That's literally all we want people to do is just to say, fuck it, why not? Let's have fun while we're young, because this is something that May and I have always wanted to do. We always wanted to travel, and also while we're in our early mid-20s. So honestly, like, it's bringing both worlds together because we get to meet you guys as well.
And we also get to make friends. I know it's
Yeah.
really hard for G and I also to make more friends just because we work remote. We don't go in. We don't really talk to anyone else. So to like be able to go travel somewhere, meet new people who also love to travel is really cool. And we get to say like we're actual friends because, well, we hung out for 7 full days.
Also, like, okay, another funny thing is that Gabby, another friend of ours who came on the trip prior in August, she was talking to us like before the trip, and she would FaceTime us because she thought, like, her friends thought it was fake.
Yeah.
And then it was just like she FaceTimed all three of us, and we all popped in, and they're like, "Oh, these are real people." So
Yeah.
like, if you're on the fence and you're like, "Is this a scam? Is this fake? Are we sure they're not just trying to steal our money?" No, because we have to pay for it
Be
too.
like, they're gonna steal my money too if it is.
So, and we've done it already once with them, so I'm assuming it's going to be the same or similar to the first one. So the first one went really great, hence why we are now doing a second one with them.
My favorite was explaining to my parents.
That you're leaving the
What?
country.
Well, that, but like, because where I'm from, well, obviously we don't know who y'all are. So my parents were literally like, but why? Who are these people?
what, like,
what's
why are
going
you
on?
going?
And I was like, I don't know, but they put on a trip and it seems fantastic. And they were just like, who are you? And I was like,
Be
seems
like,
fun.
I don't know.
How many miles can you do without stopping? 13, because we just did 13.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm running for my life, a block.
Hey, at least it's never trust the Asians. Okay, well, Thailand is all Asian, so...
Honestly, they were the nicest people alive, and
were
I had
very
not
nice.
one
They
issue
were.
with them.
I
Yeah,
feel
great
like
people.
I'd be the baby of the group, totally lost with everything. LOL, I've never traveled. Gabby
had
and
traveled
Miranda
either.
have
Gabby,
never
right.
traveled outside of the U.S. ever.
time.
And
Yeah.
so we went together, and that was just by, like, reason. I don't know why or how
Chance.
we did it. We just literally were like, what if you guys just flew out with May and I? We know how to travel internationally. And so that's how come we all, that's how all 4 of us ended up going together. And then this time, because May and I have traveled to Bangkok already, and Miranda and Gabby already have too.
Oh yeah, we got lost in the Bangkok
We'll have
airport.
a huge group of like 5 or 6. So,
And no man left behind because my ticket got changed on accident at the airport, and I thought I was gonna be left alone.
I neither
But they
have.
changed it back.
I want to so badly. You should try. I know it's hard, and like money will come and go, but memories will last forever.
If you want to meet a ton of gay people all in one place,
This
is
trip.
this is
This
the trip.
It's a queer community
We
for sure.
love it, okay?
Except Josh and I.
Okay, and here's the thing: we accept the straights. Okay, that's how it goes on these trips.
You have to. I'm
Well, you guys are
literally
kind
there.
of outnumbered.
I'm in.
See?
Do it.
It's
Do
so
it.
fun. You get to meet more people.
Did you guys start dating on the trip?
No.
No, we were
they
together
didn't.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just met through the trip.
Yeah.
I was dying when I did 7 miles. I can't do more than 3. That's fine. That's good though. I'm so scared, but I'm so down. Not gonna. I don't know what that
Gonna
means.
be the clingy introvert, please.
You
excuse
should.
me.
That's okay. May and I feel like May and I just know, not know how to
We're really
do
good
it,
at like
but-
incorporating everyone in.
yeah.
Very inclusive.
May and I have
that.
been counselor. Okay, no, I know this is nothing, but May and I have been counselors for our entire lives, and so we kind of know
can't
how
read
to like
these ones.
incorporate people. But also, if you want to be an introvert and you want your moments alone, that is a-okay too, because some of us will also need some downtime. But yeah.
Are you guys LA based? No.
No, we're in Seattle, Washington. A lot of people forget we're here, but yeah, May and I moved back from Portland when we were done with college.
Where there's a space needle.
What the hell?
I don't know. Don't you have one of those?
But yeah, so May,
Okay.
so if you are thinking about how long does it take to get a passport, don't have one. Start now.
It takes probably like
Start now.
maximum
Two
two months.
Yeah, start now and you'll have plenty of time.
Again, like we told Kaya,
Or 6 to 8 weeks, yeah, 2 months.
put in $625 for your spot and then go to your passport.
If you're
stuff.
interested too, like we also did global entry if anybody's into that. So global entry is you paid
Oh, yeah.
kind of like you would with TSA. It's a little more expensive, but it does have TSA included with it. But it allows you for when you come back into the country, you get to skip like the
Tons of
baggage
lines.
check and the list check thing. You basically have your face scanned and you're good to go.
May,
So that's a cool
May and I almost didn't get back into the U.S.
I know.
Same.
It would have been funny
freaked
if
me
you and
out.
Gabby got through
What
and
made
May
it
and I were
worse?
like, fuck.
What made it worse was when the guy's like, "You traveling together?" And I was like, "If I say no, can I go through?"
No, literally. May and I, so when we went to go take our global entry photos, we wore different shirts, but then when we came back into the US from Thailand, I was wearing a similar color shirt as May was wearing when she took her passport photo, so I went through first, but it rung me up as May
Yeah.
and
They
not
kinda
myself.
did that with Thailand too, though, like because they
Yeah.
scan your face before the travel trips, and it just kept scanning like G's face twice, or
Like it
May's
went
face twice.
through,
So I was
yeah.
like, oh well, if one of them goes missing.
Let's all VC and do our passport applications together. We already have our passports, but you and
I didn't have a passport for
Yeah.
that last trip, and it took me. Mine was very quick
Yeah.
for good old Cheyenne, Wyoming, but it literally took like 3 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
really fast. That's
Because I'm a
nice.
squeaky clean kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have not yet done it, do it now and you'll have plenty of time. Literally, you'll have it by January.
And if you put down the 25%, that's your spot guaranteed until
Yeah.
you pay it off, either before the trip or get on that payment plan, and you can continue to pay it even if the trip is over.
Yeah.
Once you're back.
But at least save your spot with that 25%.
That's what I'm saying. put the 25% down and then worry about everything else, because once you put that 25% down, you have your spot. No one can take that spot away from you unless you back out.
And like you said, there's 130 people interested, 10 spots left. Honestly, that can
Do
go
the math.
so quick.
Literally do the math.
Do
So
the math
if you are
yourself.
interested, you have that 25%, guarantee your spot, and then
Deal with
everything
it
else we
later,
can help
yeah.
with. Or if you have additional questions even after that, they can answer them for you.
Is the 2,500 with flights or without? It's
Without.
without. But for
It
this
covers,
trip,
yeah.
you are getting a one-way ticket to Bangkok and a one-way ticket from Phuket back home. Do not get a round trip, because then you would have to pay for the Phuket back to Bangkok.
Well, yeah, we don't pay for a round trip from Bangkok to Phuket. It's only one
It's a
way.
domestic flight, and
Yeah.
May and I have put that together and took care of that, so you don't have to worry about the Bangkok to Phuket flight.
You have to just worry about getting to Bangkok and then
Leaving
Phuket.
from Phuket.
Is it really pronounced Phuket?
Yeah, I thought it was.
So I've been saying.
Well, because it's spelled PH.
Oh.
So Americans think
like,
it's foo.
It's like phenom.
Okay,
Phenomenal?
but if you're
Copignon?
that one,
And then
if you are wondering what the 2,500 covers, it covers your stay. We're gonna stay at 2 4-star hotels because we're gonna be in Bangkok and Phuket. All of your breakfasts are included, some of your lunches and some of your dinners, all of the activities, a private tour guide, all in-city transportation, and then
that is May's girlfriend.
yeah. So it covers a lot of things once you're there.
And once you get there, May and I took out each probably $200 USD to convert to Thai baht, and we literally had so much money left and we never used our credit cards. We never had to pull out more cash because we had enough. 200 was sufficient for 7 days.
How do you say your name? Is it Eliana?
Where?
The one who's interested in going?
Ileana? Is it Ileana?
The flight route info I don't think it's on our itinerary, but if you are
It
worried,
is on your itinerary.
well, if you're still worried about hitting something wrong, you can always DM us. We can always talk to each other. G and I can walk you through it or tell you what we're doing, just so if you're worried.
What's your name?
Nakia also had money left over from the trip. She also went last trip.
Tanisha?
So that just goes
Is
to
that your
show
name?
how cheap it is once you're
Is your name
actually there.
Tanisha or Tanisha? Again, or both wrong, just correct me, let me know. Say F it and do it, because these memories...
Yeah, somebody had a surgery right before last trip.
Some of
and they
these
came-
memories have literally, like, this trip in general, because May and I were scared too. Coming from a host, we're like, we don't know who's going to join us. We don't know anybody. Like, we're just as scared too. And we didn't hire a security guard or anything just in case. We just assumed and hoped everyone was nice. And they were. But honestly, this has become my top 3 trips.
Yeah,
Like
this I
ever.
agree.
I
agree.
And we've been to a lot of places, but a lot of them were with our parents and family. But like besides that, like it truly was, it's in my top 3.
Yeah.
My
Because
favorite
it was so
how
fun.
Gabby said she'd protect you, and we hadn't met Gabby yet in person
Oh,
either.
yeah.
And then like Gabby's like what 4 foot
She's
something?
4'11",
and
bro.
so like she was like, I'll protect you guys, and I was like, cool, Gabby.
And
And,
then
then
we
like I'm
meet
looking
her.
over her head, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like arm reach out, and you'll be struggling.
Karate chop them in the nut.
That'll work.
Suni, so Gia and I will be on this trip the entire time. We did have people leave after us because we left the 7th day.
Yeah.
So we will be there, but we will be leaving on the 8th. Right? Or is it the
It
9th?
depends. We can leave the 8th or the 9th. The 8th is the farewell dinner, so we would leave the 9th.
Oh.
No,
Kaya
last
booked
time
it.
was
No,
breakfast.
we leave 8.
Well,
Yeah,
Kaya,
maybe.
I'm excited to adventure and have memories together.
Also,
That should
Kaya,
be fun.
Josh is on here, who was on the past trip.
Virgo.
Gabby usually is on here.
Nikki is on here.
Virgo is her username, but her name's Nikia. She was on this trip. She won't be on this one, sadly, but next trip she might be. But there's a lot of people that are hopping in here who have already been on the trip and or will be on this trip. So you'll start to kind of like see and like kind of get their humor. I already did them.
Oh.
But that's fine.
I can put the 25% down. I just want to clarify some details. Go ahead. Shoot your questions off, and then Jie and I will try to answer all of them.
We might end this YouTube.
Yeah, I know. I promise I'll do my best to get out of my comfort zone and socialize if I attend. That's totally okay. Jie and I again.
We're gonna end it.
Jie and I try to make